Hi everyone. I hope you're doing well. Today is the 10th day of Hanukkah, and we are in a very high watch month for the Rapture. And the Lord gave me a rapture dream early this morning. It was between 5:30 and 6 o'clock. And so, let's see. So in my dream, I watched this show called Bringing Up Bates, and they have a family of 19 kids. And so in my dream, I guess I had got invited to their house to spend some time with them, and so I was just spending some time with them. And then later in the dream, more people came to their house, and so there was like a whole uh, room full of people that they had invited to their house. And so, people were getting up and introducing themselves, and we were all kind of mingling, going from table to table and talking. And then people would get up in front of the group and introduce themselves and say something about themselves. And so, one lady got up and said that she had been waiting for the Lord's return since 2010, I think, was in the dream, and that she had spent so much time waiting, and it was a very emotional greeting, and I could kind of tell from her greeting that she was almost on the verge of giving up, but she was just trying to hang on to that hope. Um, and so I was sitting there. I was really excited because I was like, oh wow, there's someone else here who's waiting on the Lord. I'm going to have to talk to this lady. And so afterwards, I did talk to her and introduced myself and said that I too was waiting on the Lord's return. And so, right after that moment, then I was with this group and the family, and they were going outside and showing us around. And then all of a sudden, I remember I see the sun, and then I see another bright spot in the sky that looks like a second sun. And so I thought, well, that's weird. And in the dream, I could actually remember that people on YouTube had been talking about. There's been people on YouTube that have mentioned there being two suns, like one is brighter and one is dimmer. And so I was like, wow, that's weird. I'm actually seeing it for myself. And then all of a sudden, the two suns, and then I see the moon comes into the picture, and it's big full moon, and it starts getting bigger, and then all of a sudden the moon and the two suns start coming toward each other. All three start coming toward each other, and it almost looked like the moon was going to hit the sun. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to hit. And then all of a sudden they got together. They became one. Like the moon eclipsed the sun, and then the other sun, I guess, must have mingled with the original sun, and so it all condensed into one. They formed a straight line, or they became one somehow. And so after that, I just I got really excited because I just knew that that was it. I was like, oh my goodness, the Lord is coming back. And I just knew as soon as I saw that they were coming together, the new moon and the two suns, that this is it. The Lord is coming now. And I just had this knowing, and I got really excited. I was so joyful. I was like, oh my goodness, the Lord is coming. Jesus is coming. And then I was yelling, come, Lord, come. And oh my goodness, I was so excited. And then I woke up, and so I was like, oh wow, that was awesome. And so that was my dream. And what I don't know in the dream is uh, if this alignment is literal or symbolic. I don't know, but I have heard people on YouTube talk about two suns before, and that it's already present, that there's a second sun. I personally haven't seen it other than in this dream, so I don't really know. But anyway, just I felt like the Lord gave this dream to me to encourage me, and I also feel like maybe we as the bride will have this knowing before the rapture. I don't know how soon before it will come. It may only be seconds or possibly longer, but it would be as we analogous to the trumpet being blown. That would be our knowing. If we hear the trumpet, obviously we know it's time. And then in this dream, I felt like I had a knowing, and I was getting all excited because I was like, "This is it! This is it!" And so, yeah. So, take this dream to the Lord. Ask Him if it really is. If it's from him, and what you should do with it. But I felt like it was from him, and just an encouragement. And also, I don't think I've shared this before on YouTube, but back in 2013, before Christmas, but it was in December of 2013, I was sitting at work one evening, and we were listening to Christmas songs, and all of a sudden I just felt this love and this peace come over me, and I felt like the Lord was speaking to me, saying, "Listen to this next song." And this was before I really even got experienced in hearing the Lord's voice, but with this feeling of peace and love, that I just knew it was Him. And so it's probably, and so the next song that came on the radio was like a country version of "I'll Be Home for Christmas." And so that was probably my biggest date set flirt that I've had thus far. And I have not felt that experience of His presence since then or before then. So, just an encouragement for this season. And I know a lot of people have gotten Rapture references to Christmas, and so we'll see. Definitely High Watch Month this month. So, but if we go into 2019, we'll just keep watching. So anyway, I hope you are doing well, and I hope this encourages you, and I hope you have a great day. Love you all, and see you in the air very, very soon.